Good, you're still here.
Oh, you can thank Phillip for that.
Phillip, why? Where is he?
Well, he was here all afternoon helping me unpack cartons and stock shelves. So Eve's taken him down the street to buy him a soda. And I was waiting here for them to come back so I could drive him home.
How is he?
Fine. Anxious to know what you've been able to find out about your plans for tomorrow morning.
Look, no one can accuse me of not trying to get away, but I just cannot leave, Jackie. I can't go until I know Mr. Stafford's condition is stabilized.
Oh, Philip's going to be so disappointed.
No more disappointed than I am. But look, you can still drive up there with him and stay until I get up there, can't you?
Oh, of course. I wouldn't postpone his trip to the mountains for anything in the world. Well, when do you think you'll be able to come up?
Probably in a day or two. Then we can just relax and enjoy being with our son.
No, Justin. The minute you arrive, I'm coming back to Springfield.
Oh, come on, we don't have to decide that right now. Let's just wait, see what happens.
No. And my being up there is only going to make this more difficult for both of us. Now, I won't go at all unless I have your promise that you won't try to talk me into staying when you get there.
All right. But will you at least let me thank you for rearranging your schedule and taking the next few days off?
Of course. But I don't want to be thanked. I'm going to love being up there with Phillip.
Well, whether you want to hear it or not, I want to thank you for being so special, for being there when Phillip and I need you.
Hi. The door was open. I just let myself in.
Mike, you're back.
I dropped my bags off at my house and came right over. I hope I didn't catch you in the middle of something.
No, Mrs. Wexler went to the hospital a while ago. I was just getting some of her things ready. Oh, it's all right. She went to see Justin.
Oh. Oh. You know, you're even more beautiful than that picture of you I carried all around Europe with me.
You look very nice yourself.
It's good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
I can't believe she'd run off like that.
Alan, please, whatever happens, it's very important to hope that her father shouldn't find out about this.
Oh, Bert, I'd be the last one to tell Mike that I'm responsible for her going off like this. But you've got to believe me. She completely misconstrued what I was saying to Vanessa on the telephone.
Alan, I'm not judging you, and I'm not judging Hope's reaction. But I think any wife would be upset if she found out that her husband had arranged some sort of code with the secretary so that he'd know when another woman was trying to reach him.
But she knows that my relationship with Vanessa is strictly business.
She also knows that Vanessa is a very beautiful woman.
The only reason I thought of this code idea in the first place is because Hope was so unreasonably jealous of Vanessa a few weeks ago.
I know.
And even then, I was worried that it was going to backfire. Now it has.
I just wish that Hope could have faced you so you could have explained all this to her yourself.
So do I. Do you have any idea where she is?
None whatsoever, or I'd tell you.
I know you would. But how am I supposed to reason with my wife if I can't even find her?
Alan, may I give you one little piece of advice?
Anything.
When Hope does come back, before she has a chance to say anything, just take her in your arms and tell her how much you love her. That's really all she wants to hear.
Bert, it'll be the easiest thing in the world. Because I love your granddaughter more than I thought I could love another human being.
Well, in that case, no matter how long it takes, you and Hope will be able to work everything out. I'm sure you will.
What happened to all of our things?
Oh, Mike is taking them out to the car.
Oh. Is he going to drive you out to the house?
No, I'm going to follow him out there in my car and over to Hope's, and then we're going to pick up some boxes in the basement there and take them over to the bungalow. Why don't
don't you leave a note for Tim and come along with me in my car?
Oh, no, thanks. He can drive me over when he gets here.
Okay. Except that we might have left for dinner by then.
Well, it's okay. You gave me a key. And don't worry, we're just going to stay home and study.
Well, I wasn't worried. I just want to make sure you had dinner, that's all.
Okay.
Did you get everything in, Mike?
Yeah, I think so. It was a little tight. I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I understand that was quite a party that Tim threw for you.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic. And, oh, thank you for calling me from Europe and wishing me a happy birthday and the present.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Why didn't you show Mike what Tim gave you?
Oh, yes, yes. It's bracelet, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that is great.
Yeah, he said next Christmas and on my next birthday I get a charm until the whole thing's full.
Good idea.
Oh, and look. This is what Jennifer gave me.
Oh, wow. They look like they're old, too, huh?
Oh, they are. And very. And in the back, there's little diamond chips in the clasp.
Oh, see, that's terrific. That's wonderful.
Well, I guess that's everything.
Say, if you don't mind, I'm going to have to stop by my office. I talked to Laney, and she said Ross wants to talk to me about something very important.
Oh, well, maybe we better hurry then, huh?
Well, excuse me. I'm going to go out and wait for Tim. Have a nice dinner.
Thank you. See you later. So, you ready?
Yes, except one thing I wanted to talk to you about before we go. Before you left, you told me to keep my eyes and ears open about anything unusual that might occur between Mrs. Wexler and Ross Marler.
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Wexler left very unexpectedly on a trip. And she left a note with Amanda and Ben saying that Ross Marler would explain everything.
Yeah, did he?
Well, yes, except, now that I think about it, what he told Amanda and Ben didn't make much sense.
Well, how's that?
Well, he said that Mrs. Wexler was going to go to Dallas to be examined by a specialist about these headaches she's been having. Except when she came back last night, I noticed the airline tags on her luggage said Palm Beach, and the new articles of clothing that she bought all had Palm Beach labels on them.
Well, isn't it possible she came back through Florida?
Yes, I thought about that, but, you know, something tells me that even though Mrs. Wexler and Ross Mahler seem to be thrilled about the marriage of Ben and Amanda, they're only pretending.
Thank you so much for seeing me on such short notice.
I thought we were going to meet at my office.
Well, yes, we were, but when I asked your nurse where you were, she said you were in the cardiac care unit, so I just wanted to make sure that you knew I was here.
Well, we can go to my office now.
Were you looking in on that man Ross mentioned, the one from Canada, that you did emergency surgery on?
Yes, I was. I must confess, Ross's preoccupation with this patient of mine and helping find relatives is something I just don't understand.
I'm sure he was just trying to help.
Your trip to London came up all of a sudden.
Yes, it did.
You know, it's strange. I opened all your correspondence, and I never noticed that you had a client in London.
Well, Laney, there are such things as new clients in the legal profession. Did you know that?
Is that why you're going to London? You've got a new client.
Yes. And then I'm going to do a favor for Justin while I'm there.
What kind of favor?
Look, do you want me to sign these so you can get out or not?
It's all right. I talked to Eve earlier. She said that you'd come by the shop today.
I did, but please, no more questions. And, Laney, no advice on the subject, all right?
Sure. Did you find those messages from Lucille Wexler I left on your desk?
Mm-hmm, all 4 of them.
Did you read...
And no, I have not called her back yet.
You certainly are becoming very indifferent to one of your wealthiest clients.
No, not at all. But it's high time that Mrs. Wexler learned that I have other clients to worry about than herself. Never mind, I will get it. Ross Marler. No, I'm sorry. Mike is not here right now, but I'm sure if you call back after 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, he'll... Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say your name was? Yes, of course. Yes, Mr. Sanchez. Now, look, we haven't met, but I'm Mike's partner, and he's filled me in on all the help that you've given him trying to find proof that Alan Spaulding was connected to Roger Thorpe. Yes, absolutely, Mr. Sanchez. Now, I'm sure Mike will think it's as important as you do, so I'll get a hold of him tonight, and I'll have him call you. Now, yes, all I need is your number. What's your number there?
You can get this filled in the morning, Lucille. The directions will be on the label.
Thank you.
Now, your heart sounds fine to me, and the echocardiogram didn't show anything that we have to worry about.
What a relief.
Now, I'm going to tell you what I've told you a number of times before. You have to avoid any type of emotional stress at all costs.
I know. Thank you. Are you going to be leaving soon?
Yeah. Do you need a lift?
No, as a matter of fact, I was going to offer you one. I have a car and driver downstairs.
Well, that's very nice of you. I'm not traveling in that type of luxury, but I do have my car in the parking lot. How are Ben and Amanda?
Oh, they're just fine, thank you.
Good. I'm sorry, Lucille. Was there something else?
No. No, just... Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
You know, I think I like that little bungalow more every time I see it.
So do I.
I hope you're not upset that I didn't ask Tim and Morgan to go to dinner with us, but I thought, well, this is my first night back, and that we should spend the time together.
No, I don't mind. Morgan has a lot of studying to do.
Yeah, well, Tim's a pretty bright guy. I think he's going to help get her through those exams.
I hope so.
And another thing, don't worry about my saying anything to Ross about what we talked about earlier.
Oh, no, of course not. Besides, it's just my instincts.
Well, keep trusting your instincts and keep your eyes and ears open, because if my partner is not to be trusted, I would like to know it now before I confided him even more.
You know, I feel the same way about Mrs. Wexler. She's been so good to me ever since I went to work for her.
Well, why shouldn't she be? You're a nice person.
You might not say that if you knew me better.
You know, we're going to change that tonight.
Oh?
Yeah. You're right. I really don't know an awful lot about you, but tonight I think we should devote our entire dinner conversation to you telling me more about you. I mean, brothers, fathers, mothers, uncles, aunts, sisters, the whole bit.
I would just bore you to tears.
And don't think you're going to use that for an excuse. Because tonight, Jennifer Richards, you're going to tell me the story of your life, whether you want to or not.
Has been the award-winning Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, Janie Jamaica Estates, and Barney's.